It's the beginning of September and a lot of things have happened in our garden. These are our San Marzano tomatoes. If you have watched some of our previous videos, you probably remember that we invested €1, about €1, for a pack of seeds, and we planted about 40 plants. Look how many tomatoes we have. They are ready to harvest, and it's the second time we will harvest them. Till now we got about 25 kilos of tomatoes, and we can't a lot because obviously we cannot eat such amount of food. This summer till now has been very dry and hot, so we had to water them every 2 days. We are so lucky that we have big rainwater reservoir, and these guys need a lot of care, but in return we have very delicious and sweet tomatoes, and we are very happy when every morning we come to the garden and see how many red tomatoes we have to harvest. For these tomatoes, the other expense we made was just calcium and magnesium. Some of the tomatoes are still having that issue, you can see. It's a lack of calcium and magnesium, but I think it's almost fixed that problem. These are the last that suffer from this deficiency. But till now we've applied just 2 times calcium and magnesium, and most of the tomatoes are healthy and managed to grow enough and ripe. We love planting many flowers in our garden, like this beauty. It's bought from a garden center and it attracts a lot of bees. We also planted lots of sunflowers. Birds really enjoy them, bees as well. Unfortunately, birds have been very greedy and ate most of the seeds before they even managed to get ready. Peppers for now have been the most difficult to grow. It's funny, I saw one and the same kind of seeds, and I have a different variety of peppers. These are some strange shape, and these are the 3 most successful peppers we have in our garden. These ones, they managed to grow enough and have some nice bell peppers. This plant was eaten by roe deers, but it managed to survive. That's why we put this cover, because roe deers have been cheeky enough. They came here to our garden, ate some beetroot, some peppers, and tried to eat one of our melons. Look here, marks of their teeth. This fiel de sapo is almost ready to harvest. We have another one here, and here we had 4. 2 of them we ate. One was prematurely harvested because of the roe deers, but still it was very delicious. These melons were also sown from seeds, and we call with huge success because the first 2 we harvested were 3.5 kilos each. These guys are also growing big, still not ready, but we keep them covered because of the roe deers. We also made this thing here with this t-shirt to try to frighten them because they come too close to the house and eat whatever they find. Pumpkins, beets, whatever. We saw some leeks for the autumn, also from seeds. These guys are growing very well, and I think they will be soon ready. You know, this variety you can also eat the leaves, so just cut leaves, seed them, and they keep growing. Our kale is also growing very nice, although we fight some strange insect that eats the leaves of the kale and the brassicas. But last night I sprayed with some neem, and I think for now the bugs are gone. This is our cabbage. These are the only sunflowers left. for the autumn. We planted them for the birds, but they've been greedy and eating most of them. So these three we kept for winter, and we had to put this series. They do the job for now, but look what they've done to this one. They ate almost every seed. We also saw many beetroots this year, and most of them are ready to harvest, but we still can't get around that because we have too many other veggies that have to be processed. But now for you, I'll take that one. Look at this beauty. The leaves are also edible. You can have them in some salad. Nice one. Last week it rained seriously for the first time for the last 2 months. So we have now new pumpkins growing. Obviously they enjoy the cooler weather, and they are full of new flowers that are attracting lots of bees. We'll show you the pumpkin patch we have in the other part of our garden, but look, many new babies. Our cherry tomatoes also are full of new flowers, and this guy is the black variety. It produced lots of cherry tomatoes this summer. We keep harvesting them, and these are the small cherries that also give lots of tomatoes. Look how many they have. Almost every morning we have about 10 tomatoes to harvest. It's so pretty. Looks like flower. These peppers here are from the same bell pepper seeds. We'll see when they ripe what taste they have, but I think they look okay. In this bed we have some underground kohlrabi. It grows well. It's a good replacement of potatoes in every dish, and it's absolutely delicious with yellow flesh. We already had 2. These are the smaller ones, but they will be ready very soon. And for you today I will get out our gigantic carrot, if I can. It doesn't want to get out. I'll need another tool to try to get this guy out. This is an example that you don't have to keep your carrots for so long because they turn in parsnip. Oh my goodness. The soil here in this bed is not very good for carrots, but only after you plant some you realize you don't have to do it in this soil anymore. Anyway, it looks good, and the leaves are also edible. In the case like ours, if you have not sprayed them with anything. In this bed we also grow lots of herbs. This is our oregano. We have parsley, the curly variety. We have some Italian basil, and the other parsley, this is the Italian variety. Our cucumber plants have been very generous this year. Till now we have harvested about 25 kilos of delicious cucumbers. These are the marketer, I think, variety. Very delicious and very sweet. They have a bit thicker skin, but if you don't like the skin, you can also peel them. We eat them with the skin because we don't spray them with anything, as I mentioned. And they also have many new flowers. For these guys, we also use calcium and magnesium. See, they have deficiency, and their leaves show that they need more nutrition in the soil. Our soil here is not very rich, so we have to water and put some additional fertilizers like nettle, things like that, but all things are organic, and we don't spray with any insecticides or pesticides. These Sandalo varieties of strawberries give fruits all year around. This one has new flowers, new fruits, but they started growing, and soon I will have to replant these guys because they are everywhere around this strawberry bed. But for now it has to wait a bit because too many things to harvest in the garden and the day is too short. It started getting dark earlier, so during the day when it's hot you cannot work a bit. You have to work early in the morning right now and late in the evening when it's cooler. This is our only chili pepper. It's called cherry chili. It gave few chilies till now and it keeps giving. They become red when they are ready. And this plant is thriving here. We bought the seedling from Hofer actually. And they sell decent seedlings. So if you are not into seed sowing, you can always buy ready seedling and just plant them in the garden like we did with this chili. This is our stevia bush. We planted 2 of these in our garden and we keep harvesting the leaves, dry them and make our own stevia powder. This plant is quite happy here. It turned out it likes a lot of water, but until we realized that we lost many leaves, they were turning yellow. So if you have stevia in your garden, maybe you should water it more to have a plant thriving like this one. We don't know what we'll do with it in the winter, if it will survive the cold, but for now it will stay like that and we will decide if we replant them in a pot and get it in the house. Our fruit trees did not have any fruits last year, so we took care of them by pruning most of them, and this is how they say thank you. These beautiful apples. We put that net because of the birds. They were up eating the apples every day. With the trees, you have to be a bit cruel and to remove the small fruits that don't have any chance to grow. So your other apples that are good grow enough and become like this one. Obviously, we have to harvest these very soon because this one fell down. Let me show you our plum. Another small tree that we pruned last autumn. This is our small plum. See the size of these plums. I have not honestly seen so big plums before. They are very delicious. We already took half of the fruits of the tree because they also started falling down. So this week we have to harvest these guys. I think they are ready. And maybe make some jam. This girl also have many fruits, less than last year. Last year we harvested about 300 apples. We counted them because they were just too many and we just enjoyed counting them. Now this year the fruits are less, but are bigger, and this is a very delicious variety that you can eat before even it's too soft. Look at this branch. The fruits are so heavy that it's laying on the ground, but you cannot do much. This part of the garden is our pumpkin patch. We planted many pumpkins just to see if the soil here is good. Obviously, it's good. Many bees are buzzing around because it's early morning and they enjoy the new flowers. I think we'll have many new pumpkins soon. Another melon, but this one has to be harvested. See how many pumpkins. I think the yellow leaves here also show deficiency of calcium and magnesium. We already applied once, but I don't think it's enough. We have a sloppy ground here, and when it rains, all the nutrition are just washed away with the rain. These girls are hiding here in the grass. Actually, it's better to keep the grass. They enjoy the shade of the leaves and the grass. But pumpkins are not very pretentious. They enjoy the soil we have. This is the original soil. We have not put any additional. Maybe we should do, but this was our first year planting some serious garden. And see how many new babies they have. This happened after the last rain. Obviously, when the weather is a bit cooler, they enjoy it and have many new fresh leaves and flowers. That's our good food for the bees. Our black leafy zucchini have been also very productive. These poor plants gave so many zucchini that we have to give them away to our neighbors. They have new flowers, and this giant here, we left for seeds. It's good to leave one or two to have your own seeds if you don't want to buy them from the shop. So when this gets a bit yellowish, we'll cut it and get the seeds to dry them. If you like pak choy like us, you can plant some and cut the leaves. It keeps growing till late autumn, so you can enjoy fresh leaves all summer season. This one is pretty abundant. We have not had the chance to harvest the leaves because of the other work we have in the garden, so maybe some of the next days we have to enjoy a salad or omelette with this. This is small part of our June harvest, our red potatoes and snowball onion. We ate most of them, but for the potatoes we are quite happy. We just took 2 kilos of regular potatoes from the shop, left them to sprout and planted them, so they gave us about 30 kilos of potatoes. And the snowball onion, it's very delicious and juicy Spanish onion. We plan to find some seed and put some now in September because it's the right time to plant onion. This is the harvest from our 2 hazelnut trees. We've been drying them for 3 weeks now, and we plucked few to see. Actually, the kernels are quite nice. Obviously, the previous owners knew what to plant, and most of the trees they planted are really good, like these big hazelnuts, and also these delicious Williams pears. This is half of the harvest. The other half we already canned and gave to neighbors because it's too much. We cannot eat all these pears. They started falling on the ground. So for now, we put them here to ripe. This is today's harvest. There is no day you go with the basket in the garden and you return empty. It's always like that, abundance of food. So this is the first year we do serious gardening, and the first year we've been planting something in this garden, and we are quite happy. The small amount of money we spent for seeds returned in these beautiful tomatoes, peppers. Everything in this garden is started from seeds, and it's not a huge investment, but the work is a lot. I won't lie about that. We came to Slovenia to travel and to make videos, but this summer we've been busy with our garden. We've been watering, we've been cutting grass, we've been harvesting our fruit trees. We've got plenty, cherries, pears, apples. Most of them, unfortunately, fall on the ground because the trees have not been pruned properly. The work is a lot, and you don't see many videos of us because we work a lot. But plants return love. If you are wondering if it deserves the effort, yeah, it deserves it, but only if you are prepared to work hard. Gardening and plants require dedication, so if you are not prepared to spare your summer holiday on the sea, better don't leave your plants because they will die. They need you. This is what we did, and we are really happy we did it because our plants returned all that bounty. We have many new already videos that we have to process and upload, so if you are curious to follow our progress with gardening and house renovation, yeah, we've been there a lot, putting tiles all the summer between watering the garden. So if you are curious to follow our progress, please subscribe to our channel and give us your like.